Hey, I'm Elena, and this is Fluent English 10. Today, you are going to learn useful phrases to talk about your daily habits. By the end of this video, you will be able to talk about your daily habits without any problems. So today, I want to take you into my morning, what I do when I wake up. Nothing fancy, just simple, everyday habits. But the kind of habits we can use to learn real English. Let's start from the beginning. So, I wake up at 6, not because I'm a morning person. I'm really not. But I like having some quiet time before the world gets loud. You know that moment when your alarm goes off? Ugh, I hate that sound. But I open my eyes and I lie there for a moment. That's wake up. It just means your sleep is over. Your eyes are open. You're not dreaming anymore, but you're probably still in bed. Now, I usually stay in bed for 5 minutes, sometimes 10. I check my phone. I stretch a little. I breathe. And then I get up. I sit up, swing my legs over the bed, and stand. That's what get up means. You physically move out of bed. So here's a good way to say it in English. I wake up at 6, but I get up around 6:15. It's a small difference, but native speakers use it all the time. You can try it too. Maybe you wake up early, maybe you don't. What about you? What time do you wake up? And do you get up right away? Or do you stay in bed like me? Say it in your head or out loud if you're alone. I wake up at 7, but I get up at 7:15. Or maybe I hit snooze 3 times. And yes, hit snooze is something we say often. It means you stop the alarm and go back to sleep for a few more minutes. So, I hit snooze once. I hit snooze 3 times before I get up. That's me on Mondays. Now, sometimes people ask me, do you get up bright and early? That's a phrase we use when someone wakes up very early and full of energy. That's not me. I need coffee first. But hey, not some people are like that. They get up bright and early, take a shower, go for a run. I prefer to take things slow. All right, let's go back. Just imagine the beginning of your day. You open your eyes, that's wake up. You leave the bed, that's get up. You hit snooze, that's very common. Sometimes people also say, I roll out of bed. It's funny. It sounds like you're literally rolling. It's informal, and it just means I got up, maybe a little slowly, maybe not very motivated. I rolled out of bed and went straight to the kitchen. You'll hear this often in conversations. It's casual but natural. So now it's your turn. Try to build your own sentence in your mind. What time do you wake up? Do you hit snooze? Do you roll out of bed or jump up ready to go? You can say, I wake up at 6:30, hit snooze, and get up at 7. I roll out of bed around 8. I get up bright and early at 5:15. All of those are normal, natural ways to talk about your morning. Oh, and one more thing. If someone asks you, are you a morning person? That means, do you like mornings? Do you wake up full of energy and ready to go? I usually say, no, I'm not a morning person, but I try. And you? Are you a morning person? It's okay if you're not. A lot of us need time. Let's wrap up this part with a little review, but let's keep it natural. So today we talked about wake up, open your eyes, get up, leave the bed, hit snooze, delay the alarm, roll out of bed, get up slowly, maybe with no energy, bright and early, very early, usually with enthusiasm. And morning person, someone who loves mornings. These aren't just grammar terms. They're things people really say. You'll hear them in daily conversations, in movies, or when chatting with friends. So tomorrow morning, when you hear your alarm, think about this episode. Will you wake up and get up right away, or hit snooze one more time? No judgment here, just real life. Let's keep going with the rest of the morning soon. Okay, so I'm finally out of bed. I'm standing, I'm yawning, maybe scratching my head, because let's be honest, mornings are not always glamorous. What's the first thing I do? I walk straight to the bathroom, eyes half open. Sometimes I bump into the door. True story. And in the bathroom, it's always the same steps. First, I wash my face, cold water, no soap, just water. I need that splash to feel human again. I wash my face. It's such a small phrase, right? But we use it every day. You can also say, I rinse my face. Rinse is just another way to say, clean something quickly with water. Very natural, especially if you're just using water and not soap. Then, I look in the mirror. Some days I think, okay, not bad. Other days I think, wow, that's a rough start. Now, here's a little twist in my routine. Some people brush their teeth first. But me, I always drink water first. Just a glass. It wakes up my body. It's simple, but powerful. If you want to say that in English, I drink a glass of water first thing in the morning. First thing? That's a cool expression. It just means the very first action of the day. Try it. I check my phone first thing. I stretch first thing. Or, like me, I drink water first thing in the morning. All right, after that, I brush my teeth. I brush my teeth. Simple, direct. One of the most common routines in any language. Now here's a detail many learners ask me. Do we say the teeth or my teeth? Always say my teeth. We never say I brush the teeth unless you're a dentist. So say it with me, in your head or out loud. I brush my teeth in the morning. I brush my teeth after breakfast. Or, if you're super responsible, I brush my teeth twice a day. Now, while I'm brushing my teeth, I usually play music or a podcast. Sometimes total silence. It depends on the day. What about you? What do you do in the bathroom? Do you wash your face first? Brush your teeth first? Do you shower in the morning or at night? There's no one right way. It's your routine. Own it. Now, let's talk about what comes next. You might think, she gets dressed, right? Nope, not yet. First, coffee. Always. I head to the kitchen and turn on the kettle. I make myself a cup of black coffee. No sugar, no cream. Just strong and simple. I make coffee. Or you can say, I brew a cup of coffee. That's a great verb. Brew. It's very natural and common. You brew tea, you brew coffee. So if someone asks, what do you do after you get up? You can say, I go to the bathroom and brew a cup of coffee. You sound natural, relaxed, and very awake. Now, breakfast. Here's where I sometimes break the rules. I know, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. But some days, I skip it. Yes, I said it. I skip breakfast. And that's a useful verb too. I skip breakfast when I'm in a rush. I skip breakfast if I'm not hungry. But on a normal day, I eat something light. Maybe toast with peanut butter or a banana and yogurt. Nothing fancy. Some people like a big breakfast. Eggs, bacon, pancakes. Not me. I like to keep it simple. Now, let's make this real for you. What do you have for breakfast? Try saying it to yourself. I have toast and coffee. I eat cereal. I drink tea and eat fruit. Or maybe, I skip breakfast, and that's okay. There's also a phrase you might hear. I grab a quick bite. That means I eat something small, fast. I grab a quick bite before work. I don't have time to cook, so I just grab a quick bite. Sounds more natural than I eat something small, right? So let's rewind just a little. My routine so far: I wake up, I get up, I wash my face, I drink water, I brush my teeth. Then I brew coffee and either eat something light or skip breakfast altogether. Nothing complicated, but each action gives you useful English, real English. Let's leave it here for now. The day is just beginning. Okay, so I've had my coffee. I'm awake. Not perfect, but awake. Now comes the next step of the morning routine: getting ready to face the world. Let's talk about getting dressed. I get dressed after breakfast. Simple, right? Get dressed means I put on my clothes for the day. Some days I wear jeans and a sweater. Other days, leggings and a hoodie. If I work from home, I keep it casual. But if I have a meeting, I try to look a bit more alive. Here's a phrase we use a lot. I throw something on. That's an informal way to say I get dressed quickly without thinking too much. I was running late, so I just threw on some jeans and a t-shirt. It sounds very natural, and people say it all the time. What about you? What do you usually wear in the morning? Do you plan your outfit the night before, or just grab whatever's clean? Try saying it in your head. I get dressed around 8. I wear a uniform. I throw on whatever I find. There's no wrong answer. It's your routine. Now let's talk about one of the most common morning struggles: finding your keys. Tell me if this sounds familiar. You're dressed, ready to go, bag in hand, and then, boom, you can't find your keys, or your phone, or your wallet. So you walk around saying, "Where did I put my keys? I swear they were right here." That's why I always try to get things ready the night before. Not always successfully, but I try. A little expression I like to use here is, I get my things together. It means I prepare everything I need before leaving. I get my things together before I walk out the door. Sounds simple, but it's super common. Now comes the last part of the morning routine: leaving the house. I leave the house at 8:15. Some people say I head out at 7:45. That's a nice little phrase. Head out. It means to leave, to go somewhere. I head out for work. I head out early to beat the traffic. It sounds casual and confident. Try it. I head out at 8. I head out around 9, depending on the day. And then, of course, you commute. I take the bus. I drive to work. I walk to school. Everyone has their own morning journey. Sometimes I walk to a local cafe to work. It's a short walk, maybe 10 minutes. It gives me time to wake up completely and get some fresh air. So let's pause again. What about you? How do you get to work or school? Do you walk, drive, take a train? And what time do you usually leave? Try to form your own sentence. I get dressed, grab my bag, and head out at 7:30. I throw on a jacket and walk to class. I leave the house at 8 and catch the bus. These are real-life phrases, the kind you'll hear from native speakers every day. And if you ever feel rushed in the morning, here's something people often say. I'm running late. It doesn't mean you're literally running. It just means I'm behind schedule. I woke up late, so now I'm running late. I couldn't find my keys. I'm running late. You can also say, I'm in a rush. I had to rush out the door. All of these are super useful for busy mornings. Let's quickly run through what we covered. Naturally, no lists. So, I get dressed, I throw something on, I grab my bag. Sometimes I'm in a rush, sometimes I'm calm. I get my things together. I head out around 8:15, and I walk to my favorite little cafe to start my day. Simple moments, simple language, but powerful. And now, your turn. Think about how you get ready in the morning. What do you wear? What time do you head out? How do you get where you need to go? Try to describe your routine in your head using English. And don't worry about being perfect. The goal is to speak, to practice, to connect English with your real life. That's how language sticks. All right, so I've got my bag, my coffee, my keys, and maybe, just maybe, I'm not running late today. I head out the door, and now the day really begins. Now, this part of the morning can look very different depending on the person. Some people walk, some people bike, others sit in traffic or wait for a crowded bus. Me? I usually walk. It's about 10 minutes, nothing fancy, but I like it. It gives me time to think, listen to something, or just look at the sky. There's something really peaceful about walking in the morning before the world gets too loud. So how do you usually get to work or school? I take the bus. I walk to class. I drive to the office. You can also say, I catch the train. I hop on the subway. I bike to work. All of these are common everyday ways to talk about your commute. And yeah, commute is the word we use for the trip to and from work or school. My commute is short, just 10 minutes. I have a long commute, almost an hour. So, think for a second. What's your commute like? Short, long, easy, stressful? You can say, I have a quick commute. It takes me 20 minutes to get to work. I leave early to beat the traffic. That last one, beat the traffic, means you try to leave before the roads get busy. I leave at 7 to beat the traffic. Sounds like something you'd hear from a local, right? Now here's a moment I really like. I arrive at the cafe or sometimes a shared workspace. I take off my jacket, sit down, open my laptop, and take a deep breath. I settle in. That's a great expression. Settle in means I get comfortable, I prepare to start. I settle in at my desk with a fresh coffee. I settle in and check my emails. It's simple, but real. Very natural English. Sometimes before I start, I like to jot down a quick to-do list, just a few notes to clear my mind. And there's another phrase, jot down. It means write quickly, usually something short. I jot down my top 3 tasks for the day. I jot down ideas before I forget them. So even in the quiet part of the morning, there's English all around. Now let me ask you, what's the first thing you do when you arrive at work or school? Do you go straight to your desk? Do you talk to coworkers or classmates? Do you get coffee? Or maybe just sit and breathe for a second? There's no right answer. But you can say, I arrive around 9 and settle in. I check my email first thing. I grab coffee before starting. Yes, grab coffee. Another natural phrase. It just means go get coffee. Simple and fast. I always grab coffee before I can focus. Now let's imagine a complete example. I head out at 8, catch the bus, and get to the office at 8:45. Then I settle in, grab coffee, and check emails. That's a full mini story of a real morning. And every word is useful. Everyday English. So, let's pause. Think about your morning again. How do you get where you need to go? What do you do when you arrive? How does your day actually begin? Try to say it to yourself in English. You can start with, I leave the house at. I take the train to. When I arrive, I settle in and if your routine is different every day, that's okay too. You can say, sometimes I drive, sometimes I work from home. My schedule changes every day. That's life. That's real English. All right. That wraps up the morning block. From opening your eyes to settling in at your desk, it's all English, all real, all part of your day. Thank you for joining us in this episode. If you enjoyed it and want me to keep making more videos like this, let me know in the comments. Bye for now.